No, 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 no. It's not at all what you think. No, 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 no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Soda sopa, soda sopa. We have a soda.
Guys, what's up? We're back in the garage. Another video for you guys. As you can see, the car is pretty torn apart here. We'll go over that in just a second. Just got home from work and I'm back at work. I got a machine here at the house. I'm doing a Switch Pro setup and all the wiring. So you know, light bar, pods, LP4s in the front, and 5150 whips in the back, as well as some other electrical concerns that he had. So I hope you guys had a good 4th of July weekend. We'll show you guys what came in the mail today. This is the best dome light on the market, I think. We'll show it to you guys in a little bit. But I spent, I think, Sunday or Saturday tearing apart my car. Stupid car. And I'm glad I did. Now, if you guys saw the last riding video we did, which was like, I don't know, already 2 weeks ago maybe, we went riding and the axles, the boots melted as a differential. I probably should have showed you guys on camera how to do that. Maybe the next one that, you know, this happens to and we need to replace a boot, I'll show you guys how to do it. But I freshened her up and made her look, actually that's the wrong side, this side. I freshened them up and made her look good. This was all rusted, so I kind of hit it with some Scotch-Brite and you know, replace the boot on those. But after doing that, I found some other areas of concern on my machine, and that's why I haven't put it back together yet. So for one, it was a pain in the ass to clean all the grease that is slung everywhere. It was a giant freaking mess, and there's still some everywhere. I got most of it out. I might give it another wipe out. You know, it's not the biggest of deal. These cars are gonna get dirty, but the grease attracts a lot of, you know, dirt and sand and all that. And I might just give it a little pressure wash, trying to get most of it out. So I still gotta do that. Hey guys, quick second of your time. We just dropped 2 shirts on the website. Make sure to check them out, among other things like parts for your UTVs. Let's get back to the video. But the other problem that I had is my bearings. Boy, oh boy, were the bearings shot. And I already threw them away, I think. But here's the hub. And the bearings, I already took them out. I smashed them out, got them out of there. I'm waiting for the new ones. I still haven't got them, and that's why the car's apart. But man, they were really bad. The boots, or not the boots, but the dust shield that goes on top of the bearing that's kind of just pushed on, that was already deteriorated and I think honestly melted in at least the front side was. The back side one was alright, but the front side one was already done for. So it wasn't getting the dust out. It was like kind of ripped and then 2 pieces. So I decided to let's go ahead and replace the bearings. And I think the bearings did their job, but yeah, now they're pretty toast. So I'm gonna assume I got the same problem going on in the back, which I should probably check, but I only got so many jack stands, and I'm not going to tear that apart until I put this back together. So another thing I was thinking is maybe I should upgrade these because I saw something I really didn't like. So a lot of you guys know I run the ball joints from LMUTV. They're really good. Didn't do too much cleaning on those. I just pumped them with some grease and made sure that, you know, they were working. No play in them. But those are really strong ball joints. You know, they pair up with some really strong arms from HCR. Now, the problem that I'm thinking is the only weak point on this car is going to be this hub, and that's okay, I guess. You got to have a weak point. These hubs have been great for the longest time, but you can see here where the aluminum maybe wanted to give out just a little bit. You know, and that's not from me, you know, installing it incorrectly. It's not really a wrong way to install these. To taper it in and it goes in, but I'm going to say that is the aluminum. Focus, you fucking thing. That's the aluminum giving out right there. So the other side's not like that. It's mostly just this driver's side. It's wallowed, and then the opposite side is wallowed on the, you know, the inner side here. So I reached out to a company and we'll see if they respond. I like to run their spindles, but yeah, that's kind of sketchy. So that's one thing I gotta update on this car. I gotta either replace them with OEM, which I have no problem with that. The OEM ones have been great, but these are probably already pretty tired, honestly. They got some gouges and stuff, and I've cut the little ears off, and it's not the greatest job. But anyways, I might just replace them with OEM again, or probably get those some ones made by Tatum UTV, which seem to be really nice. A couple other things I want to do to this machine because well, it needs a little freshen up, is the shocks. So the shocks have been great. Shock therapy revalve, and did a dual rate spring kit on my shocks quite some long time ago. But for me, I don't like seeing all this wear on the freaking springs. It's like really worn out. Like look at this one. It's like super rusted, like really, really bad. And it's not rubbing on anything. I think coil springs, they kind of like rotate in as they compress. Or maybe that's just from rocks. I have no idea, but that's really bad. That actually also might be from my freaking, from my lemon straps. Not 100%, but either way, it's rusting in multiple areas. So it's not just that. It's, you know, rusting over here and over here. And it's got a lot of rock chips. And the freaking shocks themselves, I've gotten them really hot. Like really, really hot. And I said that in the video when we went riding. When we got back, I showed that off. But let me show you how hot I got them. Where they mount up to the shock, the powder coat, literally I peeled it off. It like lifted up and was pointing upwards, and I literally just grabbed it like a freaking nickel and pulled it off. It melted the freaking powder coat right off my shock tower brace. So yeah, I'm gonna send this to get repowder coated just because I don't want this rusting, since I already have it apart. And the boys at Pacific Finish always take care of me, so I'm gonna get that done. And while I'm visiting the powder coater, I might as well redo the springs because they're all rusty. So I'm thinking of doing redoing the springs here. I think the valving's fine, but I might as well just send them to shock therapy. Yeah, I mean, powder coat the springs. I was thinking of doing maybe like a black spring and a blue spring just to mix it up. I mean, there's no reason to repowder coat them the same silver. And then the limit strap brackets I'm gonna powder coat because the sun has been eating them up, and that's not, you know, shock therapy's issue or the anodizing. That's literally because I've left my car in the sun way too many times while I have people's cars in here, like for me working on them. So I finally bought a cover for this thing, so that's gonna help with that not happening anymore. But yeah, everything's all faded, so that's faded. Also, I have this catch can made by the boys at Evo. I know some of their newer ones, they powder coat them now. This is one of the early ones. It's aluminum and anodized, and yeah, that thing's white. Great product, not saying anything bad. That's a great product. It's just I left my car in the sun way too many times. I'm lucky that these cans didn't turn faded black, because that happened in CJ's car from Rockford. Also, this freaking bracket for my buttons, this had faded really bad. So I might just re-powder coat that. I mean, it takes very little time to just take that off and send it along with the other parts. So I might get that done. And then back here, I added this a long time ago. These are kind of like stops to keep the sway bar from going back and forth and making noise. I mean, it doesn't really need them, but I do have them there. And look how rusted those are. So I might as well powder coat those too. So a lot of coating that I need to do on this car just to freshen it up. And then just probably gonna take the rear end apart on this one to see if the bearings are jacked up, because literally they were really bad, and you could feel them just by turning them. If you put the hub back on there and you turn it on the bearing, it sounded really raspy. And there was grease in there, but there was also grit and dirt in there.
I'm Batman.
And I think that's because of the seal had already, you know, lived its life. It freaking gave up on me, and there was no real seal there to stop the dirt from going in. So brake pads, I thought the brake pads were worn down on this thing, but you know me, all gas no brake. The brake pads are like brand new, so I don't think I'm gonna touch the brake pads. I'll probably remove all this stuff and clean the slides, because these are floating calipers, and as you can see, this bracket kind of moves back and forth. It's hard to show you, but so there is lubricant that should go in there, maybe some silicone grease. I'll make sure those are lubed up and working properly. Yeah, and then I'll probably service the differential while I'm at it, drain the oil. I don't got no major leaks, which I'm happy to see. But just, you know, overall going over the machine, I rechecked the torque on the A-arm bolts. Yeah, man, and they're fine. But this is something you guys got to check, especially like me. Johnson Valley, I like to jump the car and then just you're going over whoops at freaking 50, 60 miles an hour, and you don't trust your car. That's probably not a good idea to be doing that. If it fails, more stuff can get damaged, and I like my car. I don't want to get damaged. So torque on that was all good. Really not that bad. You know, the arms are still great. They're perfect. The powder coat is starting to get, you know, a little faded, a little color fade, and that's because, you know, sandblasting and dirt blasting. But that's off-roading, and I don't care about that.
My heart hurts.
But definitely all the little things like, you know, checking torque and making sure that some of these components aren't looking like they're gonna break. You gotta get them replaced. So another thing that I want to do as far as powder coat is the lights. So all the lights, again, I left this in the sun for like in the heat hot heat of summer last year and a lot of time this year, and they faded. The black is no longer glossy, so I'm gonna take these apart and hopefully get those powder coated. The front, probably the same thing, powder coat them gloss black. My LP4s, they were sitting in the sun forever. Look at how faded they are. I tried polishing these before with some of that, you know, that wax that freaking is for clear coat, like specifically like to get rid of the haziness in clear coat. That didn't work. It doesn't bug me that much, but if I'm gonna have everything apart and I'm gonna make the trip to the powder coaters, I might as well do it. And then here we got the Trooper Car off-road mirrors. These are the Quero Pros that we have on the website, along with these lights. These are badass mirrors, but I might want to mix it up as well and actually do these in the blue, like my car, and leave the rest of it black. So the lights will be black, the bracketry, this probably will be black too. Just the backside here, make it blue. I think it'll look pretty cool. Yeah, the garage is a mess. There's boxes everywhere. DRT parts here, fender flares. Not sure what those are gonna go on, but we might put them on something, maybe one of the boys' machines. We'll open up this package real quick since I have it. This is what is the best dome light on the market. I almost forgot I sold these when someone asked me. I felt like a jackass, but these things are badass. Dune Gear. We met these guys at the Sand Sports Super Swap. They didn't get, oh man, I ripped the business cards. Sorry, guys, my bad. But what you guys want to see is the dome light. This is this guy right here. We'll go ahead and take it out of the packaging. Dune Gear is made in the USA. These are aluminum, billet aluminum, made in the USA LED lights for your machine. They come in a flat and a radius for 1 3/4. I'm not sure how these would work on a stock cage, because this is for 1 3/4, not 1.875. But we might, you know, put them against that car over there and see how they look. These are the non-touch version, so you have to operate them off a switch. Which depending on how you want to set up your car is great. They also have a touch version, which we might do an install video in the future, because they asked me if I wanted to do one, and I jumped in happiness to do one because I want to do one. They look so cool. I haven't tried those touch sensitive or touch input LED dome lights. Those are really cool, so I want to get those. But these are really nice. As you can see, the billet is no joke. It's really beautiful. We're going to show you guys if this fits on a stock-ish cage, a 1.875 cage, because they fit great, I'm assuming, on this. Let me take this out of the packaging, the rubber band and the LED here. So yeah, I mean, it's not super flush because the LED wire is on the way, but that fits really nice. Let's see if it would actually work on a stock cage for an X3. I'm going to assume it's going to stick up a little bit, but I mean, that might be okay. It might not bug some of you guys. I mean, really, it's just as flush as it's gonna get. I mean, I would say you could get away with it this side because the wires are on the way, and this side's pretty much flush. So I would say you can run them on the Can-Am stock cage, but these are really nice. So just want to show you guys off those. These are actually for a customer with a Pro R, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of Pro R content, but I'm gonna spread it out for you guys. I know some of you guys watch me because of the Can-Am stuff, and I get it, and that's why we're showing off my car right now. But I am getting into the Pro R stuff, so I'm gonna be doing doors on that car, seats, I switch pros, and a bunch of wiring. I'm not sure if I'm gonna show you guys that part because I kind of want to familiarize myself with the Pro R a little bit and the Pro XP. But I'm definitely gonna show you guys how to install the doors and the seats on that machine. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff to that thing. So that Pro R 4-seat, I think it's a sport model, really dope. We're gonna do that. I'll spread out the videos so you guys don't get nothing but Pro R content back to back to back, because I don't want to do that to you guys. So I think that's it for this video, guys. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I gotta freshen up this car. Powder coat chipping in all sorts of spots. I got some clear coat coming just to help alleviate any rust. But overall, machine is still in great conditions. Probably gonna service transacts on the rear too, since I'm doing the front. Probably change the oil, since I do run E85. You gotta change it a little bit more often because fuel gets in there. As far as the engine goes, I'm not doing anything to it, just, you know, regular maintenance. The air filter I haven't checked like in at least 1,000 miles. Probably time to check it. As a matter of fact, let's just check it right now. Let's see how good this SMB has been working. I mean, keep in mind, guys, this is 1,000 miles of freaking not checking this thing. And I don't even sell the SMBs on the website. They told me I gotta have a storefront, which is fine, and I'm not saying anything, but Look at that. It does have some dirt in it, but holy crap, it is nothing in comparison to one ride without an SMB. So let's pull this sucker out. Oh my god. Let's see, we'll do the old drop test. Look guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's not a lot. And I guarantee you that's from the times I forget to turn on the SMB, because my dumbass has it on my Switch Pro, so I have to turn it on in order for it to work, and sometimes I forget, and that's exactly what that is. So 1,000 miles, that's insane. So get yourself an SMB particle separator if you care about your engine. That'd be a good idea. So that's really not a lot. I'll clean that out, blow it out, and I'll reinstall that. But this is actually an SMB filter. I'm not sure if they make these anymore, but kind of a K&N style, you know, with the metal mesh. But it's actually like a fabric material. It's not, you know, like a sponge. So really nice stuff. Honestly, you don't need that. Stock air filter on the SMB, and it'll be great. And then the inner doors, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap these in a hydrofoam. Is it called hydrofoam? C-Deck, whatever the hell it's called. And it's got like a diamond pattern. It's literally black with some diamonds and blue lines in it. So that's a small thing that not a lot of guys are gonna notice, but I'm gonna notice it, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. It's a good way also to get rid of any rattles, which these doors don't have. But I'm talking about you guys with the other brand doors, because these don't rattle. TMW for the win. We got those on the website, by the way. But I think that's it, guys. I'll stop boring you with this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on this update video. More content coming soon. I got that Pro R I'm gonna be working on. We want to go out for a ride. I might do a video putting this thing back together with some new parts on it. And yeah, we'll just do little things here and there, guys, until we get through this goddamn summer, because it's hot. And we need more riding content very soon. So if I don't get this thing done in time, we'll have the boys out and we'll go on a night ride or something. But definitely gotta go riding in our machines to get some more riding content for you guys. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. And don't forget, check out glifeutv.com. You get yourself some stickers, some lights, some mirrors, some arms, whatever you need for your machine. As well as we just came out with some new shirts with the Stay Dirty in red. It looks freaking absolutely epic, and I love that shirt. And we got more shirts coming, as well as hats. And hopefully we'll get those on the website soon, so you guys can support the channel and we keep making these videos. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.